You wanted to speak to me, Ms. Holcomb? Every time I've tried to engage you in conversation, you look at the floor, answer in single words, and slink away. I can't imagine what would be so grave as to drive her to my mission. What has Mr. Thompson asked you to do?
Cut off the power. Cut off this one.
Depriving them of safety from the marauders and wildlife. I can see why that troubles you. Miss Holcomb has a soft heart. Always has, if you believe the talk.
So what do you advise? What do you think? Yeah, what do you think of the group?
They rejected the order of society and live beyond the walls so thoughtfully provided by our Spacer's Choice patrons.
I mean, this guy looks like
Does that
he's...
strike you as a responsible life choice?
Looks like this guy is just gonna be... with the other guy. Like, what?
Astute. But I am here, not in the deserter camp. So that's not a variable I can account for. Assuming your goal is to save as many as possible, then you should bring everyone together. Send the power to Edgewater and convince the deserters to return to the fold. Not if things are left to stand as they are. If you don't mind a bit of unsolicited advice, be cautious on your way to the geothermal plant. It is not as safe as you might assume.
Raiders?
One of the reasons I transferred here was to fulfill my duty in hunting down banned heretical texts. I happen to know such a book is, as we speak, tainting a collector's library in Emerald Vale. However, the collector's residence lies outside the town's walls. My retrieval efforts have been thwarted by marauders who have overrun the property. Should you fare better than me, I'd pay a handsome sum for the book.
Okay. Yeah, why would you be after a heretical
just try
book?
to keep the writing out of layman's hands. It wouldn't do for such information
To burn it,
fall
of
into public
course.
Consumption. On the contrary, my position means that I am one of the few legally allowed to possess such items. But do not worry. You'll be safe since you are acting on my behalf.
Okay.
Glad we see eye to eye. It's a handwritten journal, a faded blue cover with the name M. Bakonu handwritten in the lower corner. I'll mark where I saw it on your map. Assuming you're serious? It is not only a beautiful relic of a bygone time, it's also the thoughts of an early thinker on the nature of man's place in the cosmos.
Okay,
I'm
gonna read that
could understand
first.
its true value, should they ever read it.
I will. Sure, I'll look
Thank
for it. Why not?
If you retrieve it,
I don't see the harm
you
in
can
that.
always find me here.
I don't see the harm. You can always find me here. That sounds so lonely. Okay, let's look at our quest log. Parvati? Oh. This companion light shows you everything you need to know about your companions. You can see their skills, stats, and gear. To change your companion's gear, first select the item you want to swap out, then choose a compatible item to replace it with. You can also change how they behave by selecting a preferred weapon, follow distance, and aggressiveness. Ooh, a hammer? I want that. You have a stun baton? Give that to me. How can I take that? No. How can I take it for myself? Give it! Behaviors. Distance medium. Weapon mixed. Mode aggressive. The companion always engages when a player enters combat. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. Well, with her help, we might be able to defeat the raiders, to be honest. But I also don't want to die? Shit. How can I tell when the game... Autosave? How can I know when it's saved? 1 hour, 20 minutes? When is that? Frick. Okay. That looks lovely. I can't wait till I meet that creature. What's there on fire? Okay, let's figure out, this weapon uses heavy ammo. And this uses light, and this uses light as well. Wait, I have a... Oh, we have a shared... I see. A stun baton. Hmm. I like it.
When I was little, we'd get freighters in every Sunday noon. Now they only come but once a month.
Sorry to disturb you, but I'm gonna do
Love
that.
living here.
Oh, hello, sir.
You some sort of freelancer?
Oh, this looks like a... This looks like a job for me. I'm not gonna do it now, though. I like it. Water. 7! Let's go for it. Buy? Well, I'm not gonna buy. Yeah, let's go for that. I have no money. I need to do something before I, you know. Let's eat it. Okay, we're fine, we're fine. Whew. Right, we're fine. Character details. Sugar rating 25. So, journal quests. Comes now the power. Deliver reads message. Divert power. Die robot. I need power first, then we can do the side quests. So yeah, let's do this one. 500 meters that way. I guess we can go through Edgewater and figure out a way where the other exit is to the town. I feel like there should be an exit on the other way, on the other side of town. Spacers? Oh, Spacer's Choice, of course. Cantina. Shut the hell up. Oh, hello! Philosophist. Oh, they're trying to make the people that think for themselves as the villains, of course. Of course. He said to be careful. Are you with me? Okay, good. He said I should be careful. Whoa. To be honest, I have no idea where I am at the moment. I thought I'm gonna be at the graveyard, but it doesn't look like it. I've never been here. Oh, enemies? Great. It's just brilliant. Was that a guy? Yep, that was...
Hey, gone quiet.
Jesus, you're so loud. How do we get out of here? Oh shit. Chat. I need to get out of here. What the hell is that? Leather bow? Okay, looks like I need to order something for lunch. Which is cool. It just costs money. Mind blown. It costs money? What? Oh, hey! A trip blade. Oh, looks like a few people died here. Wait, assault rifle? Heavy? I like it. Light assault rifle, assault rifle. Wait, this is better. Cool. It has it doesn't have as much of a magazine size, but that's whatever for now. This is a street lamp? Oh, that looks cool. Wait, I hope there's no enemies here. It looks cool. I love it. Oh, cool. Good guys.
You don't want any trouble.
I'm no trouble. I'm a good guy. Can I cook these after? You know what, chat? I'm still gonna go for medium on this. Cause I'm lagging a
I
little
don't
bit.
know you. Whatever you're looking for, it ain't here. Move along.
I'm looking for Adelaide. I need some answers.
Answers, huh? You must be one of those philosophicals. Already got ourselves one of those. A geo what? Look, plants ain't my purview. You're better off asking after Adelaide.
I'll do
You're
that.
gonna start wandering around my camp. Know that I got my sights on you.
Can I find her? Yeah, where can I find her?
Over in the hothouse, tending crop. Enough with the questions. No offense, but I've got a lot on my mind.
Really? You're just standing here. You all got problems, I just got shot into space.
Well, look at you, buzzing around the aether with your very own ship. Rest of us gotta make do with the ground at our feet. No, I'm sorry. That was unworthy of me. Lady named Zoe went missing some nights ago. Just up and vanished without a trace. Now I'm pacing around wondering if marauders got to her.
I'll gladly help you. Once I'll be able to save.
It's not like Zoe to go wandering. Figured she might be out scavenging, but that ain't exactly her talent. Can't imagine where she's gone. Vale's a wide place. She could be anywhere.
No, well, don't say that.
Appreciate it. Honest.
What the hell?
I'll tell you what I can.
Okay, tell me what you can. Any idea where she might be hiding?
Text me. If she told anybody, they ain't telling me. I'd check her room, but I got yelled at for snooping once already.
She's around in
A
her.
little ways ago. She was always obsessing over her serial dramas. Wanted to see what the fuss was about.
Serial dramas? How well do you know
Well,
her?
enough to know we never got on. Zoe and Stefan were close. If
Stefan.
anybody knows the workings of her mind, he does.
Okay, let's talk to him.
She was lazy and thoughtless, but she's still one of our own.
I see. Maybe the Marauders?
Could be. Dangers aplenty out there. No telling why marauders would steal somebody like Zoe. Got no useful skills far as I could tell. Marauder gang just moved into the districts a little ways east. Their numbers are growing. Gotta come from somewhere. What is it?
Okay. Oh, I have skill points. 3? Oh, I'm fatigued. Oh no. What am I gonna use it for? Stealth, probably? Fatigue. I'm thirsty again? What the hell? Leadership. Tech. Yeah, I got these on 30. Actually, let's get the dialogue up a little bit. 12. Oh, actually 20. There we go. Humans have a 20% chance to cower in fear for 3 seconds after the first time you hit them. Okay. Stealth is good. Steal from humans while sneaking. Ooh, that's gonna take a long while though. There we go, science 20. Improve your weapons and armor in the workbench. Sounds good. And what do we do with the rest? If you heard a melee weapon, I'm not holding a melee weapon. Dialogue, lie, intimidate, stealth. I don't know, what do we go for? I guess stealth? And one in tech? There we go. Sure. I'm here. This looks awesome, by the way.
It's so pretty.
True. It is very pretty. Personal files. Password hack 10? Wait, do you mean like actual hack 10? Because I think I have that. I have 33. So I should be fine? Let's see. Silent Spring. Welcome, A. McDevitt. Open first entry. May the Eternal bless my first endeavor. It's been 2 days since I walked away from life at the Edgewater Cannery. Fortunately, the old botanical lab are still operational, mostly. The soil's sour. I'll do what I can, but I'm going to need some powerful fertilizer. Tired of having the taste of stale tuna lingering on my tongue, day in, day out. I want something fresh, something that grows out of the earth. We found another worker from Edgewater, ex-worker now. Dissertation rates must be climbing. I'm not terribly surprised. Reed's style of management has always been tyrannical. I imagine an exodus is brewing. At any rate, the worker was in sorry state. Fever? Shallow breathing, delirious, must have been plagued. I set him right with a diet of greens. He was all better in a couple of weeks. Physically, spiritually, he's one of our flock now. Oh, so it's not a plague. Okay, let me... Experimental. Open first entry. I'm hereby repurposing this botanical lab from its original conception as a gear in the soulless automaton into... It's cheap and unreliable. This place should become a nursery. Before it was abandoned, I understand it failed to produce a single viable crop. Something about the soil being too poor. I'm determined to find a way. Flora are living things, as sensitive to the environment as any breathing, thinking body. One cannot expect your crops to flush with green and reach for the sky under these conditions. The soil is sour, it's true. I don't know quite how to explain that. I'm sure the omniscience will say something about biology or the carbon cycle, but I can conclude after months that the secret to a rich and wholesome garden is love, attention, compassion, and a natural fertilizer burst in with organic materials, just as nature intended. Okay. Whoa, you scared me. Oh, hello. Do you care? You don't look like you care. Cool. We're cool then, Parvati. Is there any Parvati? Yeah. Bloop. Bloop. Wait, Parvati's? I don't know. She's fully healed, okay. It just looks like she's damaged. Maybe mentally she's, you know, damaged. Gourmet Saltuna energy cells. Ooh. It's not even locked. We're outside. Nope. Oh, there's so much stuff here. I love stealing. Don't take it out of the context, Chad, okay? In video games, of course. Wait, what was here? Oh, this is outside. What? It's not a chicken. That's a rooster.
If you're hungry, there's meat turning on the spit outside. If you're bearing illness, find a place to lay your head down and I'll fetch you a poultice.
You know what I
Whatever
think?
your troubles with Edgewater, leave them at the gates and be welcomed here. Any questions, dear?
I feel like we should take power from Edgewater instead of these guys. Just saying.
I have been called that, among other things. Green Thumb, grandmother, the strange old lady who keeps flowers. But yes, Adelaide will do just fine.
Excuse me, Miss McDevitt? Sorry, it's just... You got such pretty trees in here.
Why, thank you. You're Robert's girl, aren't you? I remember when you were but a sprout. Thomas speaks of you often. Are you staying long? You should try some of my tobaccorn tea. I brew it in an old spittoon, but it's been cleaned. A home for anyone who's ever turned their backs on Edgewater. A home for those of us with nowhere left to go and nothing to lose. So, like the spores of the puffball, cast on the wind and alighting on fresh soil, we put down new roots.
Why did you leave your old home?
It is an unpleasant story, dear. But the short of it is that sometimes one wakes up and realizes the place that was once her home for much of her life has changed. The home in which we spent our lives has left us behind, and so we must move on. And that is as much as I will say on the subject.
Is this your
No,
greenhouse?
dear. The garden belongs to us all. Life is the gift of the universe, and the universe yields its bounty equally, absent of prejudice.
I'm surprised you've managed to grow anything out here.
The soil around the Vale went sour years ago, but I found a way to sweeten it back up. The secret recipe is a little bit of elbow grease, a dash of love, and a heaping pile of special fertilizer.
Manure!
Reed Thompson, you here on behalf of that cold-eyed reptile? Let's hear it. What's Reed's idea of peace, then?
Reed asks you to consider coming back to town. He's willing to make amends.
Make amends? Spare me. Only thing Reed knows how to make is a mess. Like everything else that comes out of Edgewater, that peace offering is canned. I and my own are living just fine out here by ourselves.
Yeah, I think so as well. This is serious. I'm about to cut off your power.
You're doing this for Reed? Why?
I need the power. Your camp has a power regulator. I need it to repair my ship.
Cannery's got a regulator. You want
Cannery?
ship parts, you ought to rip them out of the cannery's guts and leave us be. If you're going down to the plant, you should divert power away from Edgewater.
Yeah, that's what I
toward
think.
our end of the grid. Think about it. You'd be liberating an entire town from a lifetime of service to that odious cannery. Seems the sort of thing a hero would do.
A hero, you say? Okay, I like it. A hero to you, maybe.
A hero to the people who matter. To us. To the ones who come around. To the ones
What do you
who
mean to those who
Reed
matter?
will never understand. He has been too long inebriated on the wine of corporate culture. All he sees is productivity, output, profits.
What happens to
Life
Edgewater?
in Edgewater grinds to a halt. The cannery shuts down, workers desert in droves, and our own little camp grows and thrives.
You think Reed's just trying to spite you?
You bring power to Reed's town and you'll be killing us. Reed knows it. He's counting on it.
What have you got against the
You've seen
town?
that miserable excuse for a town with your own lamps. Hollowed out workers laboring their lives away at the cannery, living off whatever scrap Spacer's choice throws them. You know that's true, don't you, Ms. Holcomb? Your father died of overwork. His heart gave out.
He was tired all the time, sure, but he was old, ma'am, and he raised me all by his lonesome.
Look what they did to this child. Lost her family to the company, and still she defends them.
I don't much like you throwing that in her face to get me on your side. What do you have against people trying to make a living?
It's not much of a living. Every single person in that town has sold themselves to Spacer's Choice. The company owns them. Body, blood, and bones. You've been there. You've seen it. All anyone ever does is toil over a cannery. They give their lives for some heartless corporation, and then they're tossed into a Spacer's Choice brand cemetery.
That's true. Yeah, I guess you have a
So-
point.
What do you say? Divert power over to us. Shut down that abominable cannery for good.
I'll consider it.
I trust you will listen to your conscience.
I'm glad the game is not just like, I'll do it. It's just like, I'll consider it. Cool. You know what? I want to see more of this town. So I can actually figure out if people are happy here.
Fancy duds. Do the tubes get in your way? You mean Zoe? Yeah, we were pretty close. Not like her to go loping off.
What happened one of the days Zoe disappeared?
Zoe and I were gonna watch the serials.
Oh, this is
after our cut.
Stefan. I see.
She never turned up. I looked around, but she was nowhere to be found.
You're not looking for
You
her?
sound like some type of corporate fixer asking all these questions.
What do you mean? Tell me a little bit
Zoe was
about
always
Zoe.
obsessed with this serial. Masked Marketeer. A
Cereal?
scion of Byzantium turns to banditry and teaches his marauder companions the wisdom of free market economics. Shame she up and vanished when she did. I had a surprise lined up for her.
What was the surprise?
The other day I got my hands on a genuine copy of the latest Masked Marketeer. I was gonna surprise Zoe with it,
Oh,
but she was gone the next day.
sweet. Was she acting strange before she
Can't
disappeared?
say I recall Zoe ever acting strange. Well, except for her habit of writing things down on scraps of paper.
Oh.
She called it journaling, but I think it's just plain odd.
Okay, let's look for her journal.
Hey,
Hold on,
I
there
got
was something
time.
else. What are you selling?
Fresh off the limb. And that includes canid meat.